Victor Wembanyama and the Spurs closing in on OKC. He put up 41 points last night, 18 rebounds. It looked like a fantasy camp, the Golden State Warriors, where you pay money and you're in a fantasy camp and you get to play against the pros. That's what it looked like last night. You had Wemby out there, and then you had a bunch of guys with the Warriors who had weird numbers like 61, 77. I go, what is going on here? And Wemby put up a great performance, and now 2 games behind OKC. Is it going to come down to who has the best record, who's going to win the MVP? Fritzy accused me of maybe piling on too much Wemby love, where he said, are we starting to get Wembied out?
I wonder if in general, he's amazing and he's a unicorn, but it's like 40 points and 17 rebounds and 9 blocks in the first 6 minutes of the game.
Are you saying you're Wembied out?
I'm on the precipice. I'm not there yet, but I can see that there's some that might say, like, okay, we don't have to go 19 minutes on Wemby.
I am all in on Wemby. I think he's fascinating. Certainly watch an entire game. And I'd still love to have a stat of shots altered. He only had 3 block shots last night. And, he wasn't playing against a good Warrior team. But the altering shots is pretty incredible there. And he's putting up these great numbers at the end of the season, closing in on OKC. All right. Yes, Marvin.
So, Fritzy, we're tired of the most unique player that we've ever seen in our lifetime.
I'm not saying now, but I'm saying it's going in that direction. It's starting to slowly roll towards like, wow, that's a lot of Wemby talk.
So you're going to get negative in advance of everybody.
I just want to get that going.
Okay. Yes, Paul.
I thought it was quite the opposite. Last night, I'm just about to hit the sack. I see Spurs Warriors about to start. I'm like, okay, I can watch a half. And like you said, it was like watching – he was not working hard last night for his 41 and 18. He had every shot in the book. It was a blast to watch. He's the focal point.
And here's another thing. A lot of times you'll go to your go-to move or a spot on the floor. Wemby doesn't necessarily have a go-to move yet, which is kind of frightening. But I do wonder what's going to happen because eventually somebody's going to not hack a Shaq because Wemby is a really good free throw shooter, but they will rough him up a little bit, or at least they'll try to. We don't have enforcers in the game the way we once did. I mean, Draymond Green, Desmond Bain, maybe there's a couple of guys that are enforcers or like to appear to be enforcers, but the game is perimeter-based, and if Wemby can go one-on-one with you and beat you off the dribble, he's going to do that. Pull-up jumper, he's got that. He can shoot a 3. He's going to do that. But I think eventually, these scouting reports will be like, okay, they know what Luka's going to do. They know what Joker will do. They know what SGA is going to do. That's the greatness of these players. You know what they're going to do, and they're able to do it. And that's where Wemby is going to be forced to go in certain areas or use his left hand. Now, that's going to be the evolution of him. He's only 22 years of age. We get caught up on playoff experience. Now, that used to be a big thing back in the 80s and 90s, 2000s, where you go, well, they haven't had any playoff experience. Well, Wemby was on SportsCenter with Scott Van Pelt, and here's Van Peasy's question.
History says, well, you kind of need to take your lumps. You need to have been there. The more I watch you, the more I think, I don't think so. I feel like you are all ready to go. What's your sense of that, the value of something that you all just don't have together yet?
Yeah, we don't have experience, right? Screw it. I mean, that's all we got. We're not going to play any different way just because it is this way. I mean, we're still going to play 100% and go to try to win this championship.
Sure.
Screw it.
All right. Screw it. This is year 3 of Wemby, not year 1. And I think because of that, sometimes you'll see these teams, they don't know any better. The Spurs are a really young team for the most part. And they've had success against OKC. Yes, is playoff basketball different? Yes, it is. It's refereed differently. It's played differently, more half-court, physicality. And, it's a 7-game series or a 5-game series, and normally the best team wins. It's not a one-and-done. It's not March Madness. But Wemby last night put up some pretty impressive numbers, granted, against a depleted Warrior team. They had the wrong Curry out there. Draymond is not Draymond anymore, but 41 and 18. Pretty impressive for him. Yes, Paul.
The starting lineup for the Warriors, Draymond Green at 6'6" was the tallest guy. Everyone else was 6'4" or lower. Like you said, it looked like a fantasy camp.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, we get to play against Wemby.
Yeah, this is going to be great. We get our shot blocked. Paul, what's poll question today, Seton? First hour?
Got one here from Paul. If you could have any current NBA player for the next 5 years, same price. The options here are Luka, SGA, Nikola Jokic, Victor Wembanyama, others. We can name them, perhaps. I noticed there's no Giannis on here. That's an interesting omission.
Yeah, I don't want Giannis for 5 more years.
Yeah.
Nope.
It's kind of crazy how that came and went.
Yeah. That's still a story. I mean, it's in Milwaukee. If it was in New York or L.A., this would be a huge story. But here's when, you got Giannis who's like, I want to play. And, it's like a healthy scratch. I can't imagine that this survives. But, yeah, there's only one answer to that. It's Wemby. He's 22. I mean, SGA is wonderful. Luka, but for 5 years I get Wemby? Absolutely. He hadn't even got to his prime. You can make a case maybe SGA and Luka, Joker, they are in their prime.
SGA is 27 already?
Yeah.
About to turn 28?
Yeah.
Man, I would have thought he was younger.
Yes, I agree. Yeah, Paulie.
When I seen the poll question, I really hesitated on Giannis, and he's the same age as Jokic. They're the same age. But Giannis last year, 30, 12, 6.5. It feels like a long time ago, though.
Yeah. And, he's been banged up. He's had the calf injuries. He just hasn't been able to stay healthy. But, he had that window, and then he got to the point where you take him for granted. And that's where he is when he puts up these. Same with Joker. You kind of go, oh, okay. Another triple-double? Yes, Marvin.
Wemby's the face of the league right now, right?
It's close.
Because
It's close. I mean, I'm sure the league would like to have SGA maybe as the face. Since he's the reigning MVP, they just won a title. LeBron is emeritus. Curry's emeritus. KD. But Wemby's close.
But you got to put all your eggs in the Wemby basket, right?
Oh, I'm there. That's my Easter egg.
Right. Because
I got him. I got my basket full of Easter eggs. It's Wemby.
Right. Because I'm not saying that he's the best player right now, SGA, Joker, but you're not running to the TV to see both of those guys play, right? Wemby, I got to see this guy play.
Yes. There's a fascination just like with Steph Curry. And I don't know many other players. Even Joker, who I love watching play, his highlights are usually a pass. SGA, there's no highlights there. It's methodical. He's going to do that. He's going to go to the line. He's going to hit, big jumpers. He can get to the hoop. But other than that, you don't have those. Boy, I got to see that guy. Yes.
Yeah, every player on that list is a really good player. It's a great player, but there's one unicorn on the list.
Yes.
Yeah, how do you not take that guy?
Well, Todd wouldn't. Todd is Wemby down. Yes, Todd.
And Joker at 31, if you're taking him for the next 5 years, he's got 1 foot out the door. He can't wait to hang out with his horses and go back to the barn. So is that someone you can really pick for the next 5 years?
No. He'll continue to put up. It's not like he's going to slow down because he's already slow. It's not like he can't jump anymore because he couldn't jump. He'll be this way. He's going to be the guy who's 50 years of age when you're playing at the Y and you go, damn, that guy's crushing us. That's going to be Joker as long as he wants to play. As long as he's enthused, then he'll put up those great numbers.
The old guy at the Y.
No, there's always one of those guys. I remember I played at the Downtown Athletic Club.
Baseball passes from under the hoop. You're like, oh, come on, dude. What the heck with this guy?
And this is back in the early 80s. I just gotten to New York, and I'm Downtown Athletic Club where they used to have the Heisman ceremony. And I'll be damned if this guy came out. He might have been the last pick, and he was torching everybody. And then somebody said, "Oh, yeah, he played at Yale back in the '60s." So he was like 48 years of age or something, and crushing people. Backdoor passes, pick and roll, pump fake, all of this. I'm going, man, this guy is crushing everybody.
Fundamentals right now are just off the charts.
Yes, Mark.
The guys that look like Arnie Duncan are going to kill you.